Come on, Chris Broussard, on this Magic City Monday.
Oh.
Let's kick some ass.
Let's do just that. And
like
speaking
Aaron
of that,
Rodgers kicking ass.
I was
already
just about
know.
to
Go
lead
ahead.
in. I'm just going to turn it over to you.
No. I want you to talk about him.
This is the game, Rob Parker, I've been waiting for. Don't try to paint me as an Aaron Rodgers hater. I have been just behind you. I've been saying he's arguably the best to ever do it.
And you're just talking about, we're talking about skill set wise, right?
Yes.
Not the most accomplished. That's Tom Brady.
No, and he can't be. He's not in the GOAT conversation.
No, I agree.
I've
always said that.
Right, and he's only been to one Super Bowl, let alone only
he's
won
batting
one.
1,000, but right.
But he's 1-0. That's not enough if you're going to be
I
considered
agree.
the greatest. And I have been waiting for this game. He's been good. Look, they're 6-1. So he's been solid. He's been good.
But no spectacular games.
No, not that Aaron Rodgers game. And, we heard a lot about Matt LaFleur and his new innovative system that is going to unleash the best Aaron Rodgers that we've seen in a while. And he's not going to be hampered and hindered and held back by Mike McCarthy's pedestrian system. And we haven't seen it until Sunday. Now, granted, it was the Oakland Raiders. They're no world beaters, but still.
People were buzzing a little bit because they were 3-2.
I actually picked them. I thought they were rolling.
You weren't the only,
Chicago.
but you weren't the only one. They were picked by a lot of people.
And I do think if Derek Carr doesn't fumble that ball and that horrible NFL rule where you fumble out of bounds in the end zone
Lee,
and you lose the ball, that changed everything.
That fumble the ball out of this. That
was horrible.
We had the same conversation with Lee
on the hot seat.
Best rule in sports,
I think
and I
you're
didn't need
the
Derek
only
Carr to do it.
person in America that likes that rule.
And he couldn't wait. You remember he couldn't wait. As soon as that they text us, as soon as that thing happened, he was that's
great call.
Great, right?
Terrible. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers, 25 for 31, 429 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and the first perfect passer rating of his career. That's surprising because he has the all-time highest passer rating.
Right.
So, look, he was great. And I tell you, Rob, you remember I picked Pat Mahomes to win the MVP, and the guy I picked to battle him most for it was Aaron Rodgers. And I think I'm going to throw this out there. Aaron Rodgers is right there. Even though this was his first, tremendous game,
right.
I think he's right there. Who are the leading MVP candidates? We've been talking about Deshaun Watson lately,
right.
but they just got beat.
No,
obviously Pat Mahomes is
they're
hurt.
winning.
Russell Wilson, they just got beat.
Right, and his numbers, if you look at him, he's only got 2 picks. What does he have now?
I think he's got 2 picks and maybe 11
touchdowns or whatever. So he's off to a good start. And if he's heating up now, I think that's right. Isn't that what it is? Is it 11?
13 touchdowns.
13 and 2 picks. Right.
His QBR isn't outlandish. It's 58.8.
Right.
His rating is I think he's like 7th in rating.
But he can pick that up.
But if they keep winning and he has some games like this and, some games that are
3 or 4 touchdowns. Right. You're not going to get 5 every week. He's in the hunt.
Like I said, Russell Wilson, they just lost at home. And Deshaun Watson just lose to Indianapolis. So he is in the hunt, no doubt.
No doubt about it. But there were a lot of people who smelled blood in the water and overreacted to Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he's not good anymore. Bucky Brooks. I went after Bucky Brooks on Twitter. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
I said that. Did you see it, Elijah? I basically said somewhere in Los Angeles, Bucky Brooks is freshening up his resume in case he has to go get a TV analyst gig for the USFL. That's what I said.
Did Bucky respond?
And he did. He said even Westbrook has something about he compared it to Westbrook. He does
call him the Russell Westbrook of the
brought
NFL.
It up. So he laughed. But my point anyway was it was a new system, with new players. And the numbers he put up, which hadn't been duplicated, hadn't been done by anybody since Mark Rippon of the Redskins back in 1991, where a guy had 5 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown as a quarterback.
Right.
So it's been a long time since anybody did that. And the one part I think people were too quick, and I get it. Things aren't going well. He got hurt a couple years. The numbers weren't down. But I never thought he was done. Even though he's 35 years old, Chris, I always still say this. he's a young 35 in football player. He's got a lot of football left because he didn't play his first 4 years, 3.5, 4 years. So I never thought he was done. I thought it had a lot more to do with what was going on with the team. We both of us didn't like the play calling by Mike McCarthy.
Right.
Would you agree?
No question.
Like it was like, what is this? This was dumb. It doesn't fit him. And I think he was trying to go with the new coach, LaFleur, right? Early on, this guy wants to run, wants to do this. It was very little Aaron Rodgers, more about the running game. And then, to me, the last 2 games were where he's really been able to open up. What did he have? 422 against Dallas? And no, that was against the Eagles. He had 422. He had a big game against Dallas, and then he had an even bigger game. So
420. That was earlier in the season,
right? But that was
in a loss too.
Right, that was the loss to the Eagles.
That was the one you tried to explain away.
No, I ain't trying to explain.
He threw 2 TDs.
He had 2 touchdowns, and then he had the interception at the goal line. But
Dallas,
anyway,
238. Look, 3 of his last 5 games, he's been under 300 yards, which today is like unusual for the top gunslinger.
But he has 400 or more in 2 of the last 3, right?
2 of the last 4.
2 of the last 4. Okay, but there we are. So,
but I agree. I never thought he was done.
I thought
35. Even you're right when you say he sat out the first 3 or 4 years when he was behind Brett Favre. But even if he hadn't, I mean, now we're seeing Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
But I'm saying
everybody's not going to do that.
Right, but I'm saying not taking those hits.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to feel like you're 31 or 32. I'm just saying a little younger than even your age because you didn't play.
Right.
But the bottom line still remains, he is a monster. He really is. And if he's on track, Chris, playing Aaron, like we know, with a better defense, that's not the greatest defense, but a better defense that he have, and a running game that they have now, they're going to be dangerous. Aaron Rodgers is back, baby. You hear me? Aaron Rodgers, bow down. Bow down to the best thrower of the football in National Football League history. A-Rod! Oh, my God! You know what? Last night, watching the game, I needed a cigarette, and I needed a Kleenex. I needed everything. I was so excited.
Don't go any further with that. Just stop right there. Cigarette and Kleenex is enough. But slow down. Here's what I want to ask you.
If you're a Green Bay Packer fan, tell me you're not stoked.
No, they look
what
great.
They have now
they
going.
They look great. I mean, they don't look definitively the best team in the NFC. It's close. I mean, the New Orleans looks great. They're 5-0 again.
But I've been saying it now. When you look at them, they're in that mix.
Oh,
they
got a shot,
right?
No doubt. I mean, San Francisco, you can't put them ahead of Green Bay. Minnesota, a lot of people like them better. Here's where I give Green Bay the advantage over all those teams. New Orleans, San Francisco, Minnesota. Quarterback. That's where I give him the advantage. We don't know Garoppolo. He's good, but he hasn't been there yet. You know, obviously Kirk Cousins has his issues.
Exactly.
So, no, I would give them – they look great. And then, you know, obviously Drew Brees with New Orleans when he gets back.
Sure.
But the Saints are tough. But here's what I want to throw out to you, Rob, quickly. Is Aaron Rodgers – you just mentioned greatest thrower of the football ever. Does he still have a chance to get in the GOAT conversation or become the GOAT?
I think he does. He doesn't have to win 6 Super Bowls like Tom Brady. All Aaron Rodgers has to do is win 2 more. He would be if he could go.
All.
If he could be.
You
no,
say
I'm
that
just
like
saying. No. But it's not impossible.
No,
I mean nobody thought Tiger was going to win another major, and 10 years later did he not win one? So I'm just saying, Tom Brady went 10 years between winning Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers is at that same precipice, like the same place. If he can turn on like Tom Brady did in the second half of his career and just win 2, go 3-0, have the best quarterback rating in the history of the National Football League, have the best touchdown to interception ratio, which he owns both of these. And here's the other thing. He just with his performance yesterday, became the fastest player to 350 touchdowns in the history of the National Football League. You tie all that together with those numbers.
He won't hold that much longer.
What?
Patty Mahomes is taking that.
We don't even know when he's playing again. We don't even know when he's playing again. I know he won't get 40 touchdowns this year. I know that.
You should have taken the bet.
I know that.
It wouldn't have counted.
It wouldn't work because you would have.
As it should be. But I actually agree with you, though. I think he's still in the conversation.
I wonder if other people
because individually he's so great. If he can go 3-0 in the Super Bowl, I'd probably like to see him get 4 because Brady with 6 is so much.
Right, and Montana has 4.
And Montana has 4. But all right, we're gonna throw it out to you guys. 877-99 on Fox. Aaron Rodgers, can he still become the GOAT? Let's start with Max in Georgia. Max, welcome to the Odd Couple. What's happening?
Hey, gentlemen. Hope y'all had a good weekend.
Yes, brother.
I'm excited, man. This is the first game of the year. We've all been waiting for it, critics and everything alike. This is the first game he had over 3 touchdowns. He had 5 total. I'm excited. I think their schedule, minus Carolina, is very friendly going into the bye week. You got San Francisco out the bye week. I think if they can make a run for the next 4 games in a row, they'd be hard-pressed to find an NFC team besides San Francisco that would be up to battle him. I think he might have a chance to get in the Super Bowl this year. I need that to happen, though, fellas, to give him that all-time GOAT status. I need a second ring.
Well, he needs more. He needs more than 2.
Yeah, he's going to need 3, but this start.
At least.
If he can get 1 here, Max, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. That'll be great. Noah in Cincy, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got?
Hi, a long-time lover of the show, first-time caller.
Thank you, Noah. What made you call in today, finally?
I just needed you to know that Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's going to be the GOAT.
Okay.
He's already 35. He's only got 1 ring from the past 10 years, and Tom Brady has 6 rings, and he's still going strong, 6-0. So
he's not 6-0.
Noah,
6-0 in the regular season.
If I had to bet, I would agree with you. I don't think Rodgers will do enough to become the GOAT, but it's certainly there on the table.
It's not impossible
I'm not
because
certain if two. We have to see how it goes, how he play. 2 may do it if he's 3-0. 4 would certainly be a much stronger case.
If he won 3 more in the second half of his career,
yeah, because then people will
that's
say
what Brady did.
He just needed a coach.
Brady won 3 in the second half after that 10-year period, Chris. So that's why. Thanks for the call, Noah.
In that 10-year period.
No, but they got
Brady,
but they didn't win though.
Right.
No,
but they got there.
But they didn't win though.
But Rodgers hadn't even gotten there.
But I'm saying if they didn't win those, if say Brady went that stretch,
no, I get it,
and they didn't win those 3, and Brady was 3-3, you wouldn't even be talking about. I know. But I'm just saying.
I think you're.
But he went 10 years without winning.
But he got there. Rodgers went on 10 years without even getting there.
But he lost to Eli twice.
You always got an excuse.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to Bo in Philadelphia. Bo, you're on with Chris and Rob.
Yo, thanks for having me on.
What's up?
Honestly, I would argue that Nick Foles is better than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, end the conversation.
Are you serious?
Stop.
Really?
Please.
They have the
Is
same
this a joke?
They have the same number of Super Bowl wins.
It's
so
not
you
just that,
obviously
Bo.
think Nick Foles is better than Carson Wentz. That's the question.
Aaron Rodgers, who did he beat?
All right, Bo, thanks for the call. Stop it with that craziness.
That's ridiculous. I want to know, does he think Nick is better
No,
than
he's from
Carson,
Philly.
Though? That's becoming a conversation.
He's just a homer choking down on a cheesesteak.
We'll get to that a little later, though.
Cody in Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Cody. Hello?
All right, Cody's not there.
Let's go to Mark in Sacramento. Mark, welcome to the Odd Couple. What's happening?
What's going on, guys? And Cody, the other caller, man, he was choking down on something more than cheesesteaks to say that stuff. That's crazy, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, real quick, if he wins a couple more, I think because the rule changes, if his arm stays the way it is, I think he can just because of the rule changes, he'll be able to play until he's 40. And if he can still throw the ball, I tell you, Rob, I have to agree with you. Since Dan Marino, I think he's now past Dan Marino. I've never seen a quarterback in all the years I've watched football put the ball on a guy almost in the perfect spot as consistently as that guy does with touch. I just haven't seen that. Some of the throws he made yesterday were great.
Mark, I've been saying I totally agree, and that doesn't mean he's automatically the greatest quarterback, but I'm talking about skill-wise.
No.
He has a strong arm.
A lot of people agree with you on
He's accurate. That. I mean, Shannon talks about
He's
all the
athletic.
time. And Shannon played with,
he can run,
right?
scramble, right, Elway.
With Elway, and he says that he thinks that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower in football.
A lot of people, that's a popular viewpoint. You're right. He just got to get the wins to argue for GOAT status.
Michael in North Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Fellas, I think something that absolutely has to be considered is that Aaron Rodgers has never had the team around him, the supporting cast on offense, the coaching. Brady's got everything right there for him to succeed, and he's been able to do it. There have been plenty of people who can be put in a good situation and can't succeed, but Aaron Rodgers has not played with a single great offensive player over the course of his career. I mean, there's not a Hall of Fame guy. He hasn't even had a single Gronk to play with. He hasn't had the incredible players on defense. So when Aaron Rodgers is succeeding, he's having to do it on the back of a 38-35 win because he's got some mediocre defense and he's got a bunch of scrubs out there that he's got to make it work.
There is some truth.
Yes,
but
we've seen that
you can argue something similar for Brady.
We've seen that in the playoffs, though. The difference is, I think, and Michael, to Michael's point, Chris, and I don't know the exact number, Aaron Rodgers' defense has given up 40 or more points like 4 times in the playoffs.
Right.
It's only happened one time to Tom Brady, and that was the I think the Super Bowl, right?
But Bill Belichick has coached 7 seasons without Tom Brady and made the playoffs twice. Okay. So I'm just throwing that out for – we're not going to have any revisionist history here. Robert from New York, you're on with the Odd Couple.
Oh, we lost him.
Adam in Mississippi. Man, the phones are lit up. Adam in Mississippi, you're on with Chris and Rob.
What's up, man? First of all, I want to commend you brothers on your terrific show and your stance on the NBA, China, and the Kaepernick situation. I love your consistency.
Thanks.
I big y'all up for that,
We
man.
appreciate that.
But when it comes to the GOAT talk, I truly believe Aaron still has the opportunity to get into the GOAT talk. As the previous caller said, Tom Brady has had the luxury of having the GOAT coach.
But hold on, did you hear what I just said? Belichick has coached 7 years without Brady and made the playoffs twice in those 7 years.
I'm not saying that Brady is not great. So that's definitely their dynamic duo. But with those defenses, he's had 15 top 10 scoring defenses. Aaron Rodgers has only had 2. The last time he had one, we won the Super Bowl. I'm a Packer fan, by the way.
I got you.
Last time he had a top 10 scoring defense, we won the Super Bowl.
No.
Also, when it comes to his skill guys, everybody likes to talk about him not having receivers, but he's had Gronk, who's the top 5 all-time tight end. Their offense.
They won the Super Bowl without Gronk, too.
Yeah, but he had a top 10 scoring defense that year as well.
No, your
we
points are
agree.
valid. Your points are valid. Thanks for the call.
It's about winning.
It is.
We talked about it with Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Who's going to ultimately be remembered as the greatest?
Right. Whoever wins. Let's squeeze one more
quickly, Andre from Virginia, quickly. You're on with Chris and Rob.
Hey, thank you for giving me this call. This is absolutely crazy. How can you argue that a dude can win half as many as Tom Brady and be better? Now,
easy. Wait a minute, Andre. It's not just
individually.
It's not just Andre. Hold on. We're trying to talk to you.
It's not just rings.
It isn't just rings.
LeBron is generally viewed as better than Kobe,
exactly.
but Kobe has more rings.
It's not just rings. When we talk about Aaron Rodgers, we talk about the quarterback rating, the touchdown to interception ratio, the fastest quarterback to 350 touchdowns.
The eye test.
Yes, we could talk about a lot of different things. It's not just rings. So that's not what it's based on. We lost him. Okay.
Hey, it's the Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob. And we want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. You can listen to us on the radio, and now you can watch us as well, and it's fun.